Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's watch list review. Another pretty ugly week. You can see here cues, not very pretty. A shooter, still a two down. Looks like we have a gap here. 348.50. Yep, we have a gap here. So that's something we'll have to watch out for when we start coming back up through. If we start coming back up through. No, we'll eventually get there, but yeah, nasty looking week again. Um, Shooter on the week. We are approaching this broadening formation though, so let's see if that can hold anything. Um, See if we can get a bounce from there. Uh, as far as other levels, this level here, which may coincide pretty closely with that broadening formation, because next week's candle is going to be about here. Um, Basically 300, 301 right in that range would touch that broadening formation, and to catch this pivot low back here would be 297. So I'd look for some at least the momentum, the downward momentum should slow a little bit around 297 to 301. We may even consolidate there for a little bit, but we'll see. Play it by ear and see what happens. So here was the watch list for this week. At United Airlines going either direction. Mondelez going down, and Nem, I forget what that's even called, but I know it's a gold company. I think it's a mining company. Newmont Mines. So let's take a look here. United Airlines, UAL. I was looking for a break either direction. We did break to the downside, did not break the upside. Broke the downside and took out the first target. Made it halfway to the second target. Let's just go down to the 60-minute and look back here on Monday. So we didn't actually trigger until this morning. So it triggered this morning. We opened up here, came down, we triggered and took out target one in the first hour. $1.20 move to target one from the trigger. So that one would have worked out. Depending on what expiration you played, you could have made decent money if you played today's expiration. Could have made really good money. Take a look at Mondelez. Mondelez is a casino gaming thing. So we're looking for a break to the downside on this one. We got it and ended up with a hammer. We got it and we hit target one. So here's the weekly chart. We opened here, we came down, hit the trigger, came down, hit target one, and then bounced. So if we look at this 60 again, and I, for those of you that are pretty new, I do the 60 because a lot of times you can look at a weekly chart and you know it'll look like, oh, okay, it triggered and hit target 1, 2, and 3, so I made money. I would have made money. And then you come down and look at the 60, and you might have something like you know, something like this where, yeah, it triggered here. Let's just say your target's here. It triggers here, and then it bounces way up, which would have stopped you out, and then it comes down and hit your target. Those don't count. That wouldn't have been a winner in real life unless you're very bad with your risk management and you didn't stop out. So I try to make it real. I don't want to say realistic because this is realistic, but um, I'll try to make it real. You look at a larger time frame and it looks like, oh, okay, you would have won if you traded that. When in reality, if you look at a shorter time frame, you wouldn't have won. You would have stopped out before it hit your target. So that's why I break it down to the shorter time frames. A lot of people don't do that, and they just want to show you the rainbows and unicorns and say, look how good I was. I called it and it hit my targets. But if you look at the smaller time frame, yeah, it did, but you would have stopped out before it hit your targets. So it doesn't matter if it hit your target or not because you're already out and lost money. So go back to Monday on this one. We triggered right here and went down. We hit target one. This would have been a winner. Um, Target one was hit, made it, I don't know, halfway to target two. So Mondelez was a winner. United Airlines was a winner. And let's see Newmont Mines, how it was. So here's Newmont Mines, weekly chart. We did not get a trigger. We were looking for a break to the upside and didn't quite get it. Our trigger was 74.99. The high this week was 74.37. So this one was a no trade. So, and United Airlines, I had it going either direction. So obviously one of those doesn't count. So we were 2 for 2. United Airlines and Mondelez hit. Newmont, we don't count that because it didn't trigger. So 2 for 2 this week. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take 2 for 2 any time. But back to the current situation. Another shooter. I know it's not technically a shooter because it's not at the top of a run, but at the top of a trend. But we have a shooter on SPY on a weekly, monthly. Trying to form a shooter on the monthly, daily, doji on a daily. So, like I said, I wouldn't be too surprised if we come down and this is SPY here. I showed you Qs earlier, I believe. SPY broadening formation. We touched here, touched here, touched here, touched here, almost touched there. So this is a pretty strong broadening formation trend line. So, we're looking at next week's candle being about here. To touch that, we're looking at about 399.80, 400 range right in there. And this low back here we've already broke that low of what was that? 404. No, we haven't quite broken that yet. And then there's a gap to fill here. Gap starts at 403.38 and the gap fill is at $400.67. So I could see us coming down to 400 next week. I think that's where we're headed. I think we're going to go down to 400 and then we'll see if we can hold that and bounce. Qs, same thing. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is what I was showing you earlier. We have this previous pivot low right here, 297.40. Actually 297.45. And then next week's candle will hit the broadening formation right around 301. So like I said, 297 to 301-ish. Look for some short-term support in there and then see where it goes from there. So I'll get some scans ran for next weekend or for next week's watch list and get that video posted. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. If you have any questions, want to know anything, let me know. Like I said, the more activity I see on my videos, the more views I get, the more motivated I am to continue doing these. So again, thanks for watching and see you guys later. Bye.